that talks about mga itas na mga kuan. So, based sa mga details sa plot, sa setting and kanang pang mga kuan sa story, diha na tumabalan with what kind of cultural text it doesn't imply. So, na mga subtle or mga artful na mga information, na mga creativity because i-describe mo dito kung sa ilang basuod, kung sa daw ilang display ng mga, gamit ng mga instruments and the like. Next please. So, sample analysis of cultural text. So, taking notes while observing cultural text is vital. For instance, it is common to see students wearing jeans in a college classroom. What does that mean? So it could indicate comfort or a lack of formality. So may I ask someone if kani makita na ito nga isang college student daw suot ng jeans, para ni mo na nag-indicate of comfort or formality? Anyone? Kia?
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, sa mga kayo na suot ng jeans na college student, nag-culture formality or comfort?
It depends on the school. It's like C1. They have a free will, have freedom to wear jeans, after jeans, shorts. So in universities like nursing, educate policy. So it's okay that it depends on the school.
Yes, Hanalet, is that
For me, as an education student, if we are wearing jeans or pants, it is for comfort or more comfort lang because we have a school uniform that will be followed by the school. So if we're not wearing uniform, so we use pants for
okay? Thank you. So, but those come there. What about a blazer? So this could indicate a job interview or a meeting with the dean. So we need to ask the questions and analyze this cultural text for their significance. So mas stereotype dito no na if mag-blazer na kayo halasa rin yung interview or something na formal doon may formal na exam. Next please. So observing and analyzing contextual information. This method of looking at the details and gaining insight into cultural practices can apply to other settings as well. These techniques can lead you to reach insightful conclusions about the people and places you encounter. So, as what I said earlier, with the details and information that we nakuha from cultural text, mas magsabog kita if kung sa ilang backgrounds, mga upbringings, and even mga beliefs nila because human beings as we all are diverse. That would be all, and thank you for listening, and I hope you're in class.
Good day, students. I am your teacher for today, and today we will be talking about detecting bias in media. Gender. What do you think bias means?
Bias for me means is that you have something more, like for example, in a classroom, so you have this first honor and second honor. These first honor students always give sponsorships like electric funds, mga sponsors sa schools and funds, and bias kay ka, in a way, you give too much grade for their students rather from these second students all the efforts came from self to all sa anak.
Okay, for me, if you say bias, it means unfair or giving special treatment or unfair treatment towards different people.
Yes, that's right. So we say bias. It commemorates with the word favor or favoritism. It's like this. So what is media bias or bias on media? Bias in media refers to the tendency of media outlets, journalists, or content creators to present information in a way that favors a particular perspective, ideology, or group while potentially downplaying or ignoring opposing views. You see on television, like before, the ABS-CBN, for example, where they have a bias on a certain political political person. That's why it can lead to negative effect to the opposing person of this bias can affect how news is reported, the choice of stories, and the language used to convey information. The result is often distorted or incomplete portrayal of events that reflects the biases of the outlet or individual delivering the news. So we people always put involved like biases because we find it fairly for our grades. That's why we need to detect biases in school, in media, or in every aspect of life so that we can live like fairly to others. So we have these types of bias media. So political bias, as I said earlier, the ABS media, for example. This occurs when a media outlet favors one political party, ideology, or group over others. For instance, some outlets might consistently support conservative viewpoints while others might lean towards liberal or progressive ideas, like political persons or politicians have this freedom to advertise themselves. But sometimes these media outlets just shows the positive side of a certain politician, while the other politician is negative or the things that he have done wrong in the past. Selection bias happens when media outlets chose to cover certain stories while ignoring others. This can happen due to editorial choices about what is deemed newsworthy, often reflecting the outlet's political stance or audience interest. So this can happen in the newspaper where the editor do not put certain news because it's not reflecting to others or it's not reflecting to most people within the news. That's why there's some biases. Like for example, if there's a basketball news, they cannot put in the news about local basketball because people is not interested in local, but they put NBA because NBA is worthy of sharing, popular. Framing bias, it occurs when the media presents an issue in a particular way that influences how it is perceived. For instance, a protest might be described as a violent riot in an article and as a peaceful demonstration, other depending on the outlet's perspective. Let's put a thing and some revolution back in the day where people might think that it is good. In some outlet, they report or they present news that EDSA revolution is good, but in other outlets which have contradictions, they'll say that EDSA revolution is negative to people and the economy of the Philippines. Spin bias involves presenting information in a way that suddenly promotes a particular agenda. This could include using selected language or emphasizing certain facts rather than others. So we can see that in podcasts where they are one-sided. If they don't like the LGBTQ+, they present contradictions about LGBTQ+. We have the omission bias. Happens when key information is deliberately left out of the story. This could involve ignoring important facts, quotes, or perspectives that challenge the narrative the outlet wants to promote, leading to a partial or skewed portrayal of events. So, one of the best examples is that what people see on social media, they don't really dig deep on the information, but the caption of the, let's say, post is they only see it and they accept it and they share it without knowing that there are some outlying information hidden below because wala sila na search ayaw. The cultural bias reflects a preference for certain cultural, social, or ethnic groups, often marginalizing others. Media might portray certain cultures or communities in a stereotypical or one-dimensional way, affecting public perception of those groups. So, one of the best examples of this is the news where they are siding with one culture and sige makita on the media ang certain culture na muli represent, ang sunod dapat, but without protecting na there are different diverse cultures. That's why you need to accept everyone without filtering information. So how media bias affects your things? So it influences public opinion. Of course, bias influences opinion because media nowadays is one of the sources of information. Pili na makuha ang news kanang ako ang mga instructions kanang ay mandated yung mga utak sa media na ta mostly makuha. That's why so your bias in sharing information, people will be influenced in a good way. Paano sila? Like, for example, ABS-CBN, that's one of the biggest media outlets in the Philippines. So, kung sila ipagawas to the public, the people will also trust. Also, maubo na siya, sakto na siya. Because they are trusted. Pero, balang na there's a bias. Polarizes audiences, so different media outlets provide vastly different interpretations of some same event with political or ideological polarization. With audiences only engaging with viewpoints that confirm their beliefs. The culture bias, dili may mga culture bias, sir. Ang ilang culture, ila i-share, ila information that ilang culture is very good, influential, ilang culture, religious. That's why, kapag uban, nag-affectan nila mga, we should have that culture, kaya good man siya. Pero bias na siya because they're not sharing other cultures. Kailangan i-share. Because of these stored facts, bias can lead to misinterpretation of facts, making it difficult for the audience to understand the full picture of a given event. So one great example is as share daw certain Noreco announcement na kay lagi dakong kayo itong sign na ban out from Sabado. So ang mga tao doon dito sila trust na there will be a blackout without reading katong pa dito may aging ko nanabalik and this information can deceive also other people, like domino effect. Share sila nito sa share without wala na pong dibasa kaya ang dibasa nila atas yung there will be a blackout this ko ano na. So that is all for my report and I'll pass the stage to my co-teacher, Sir Brender. Thank you.
So good morning everyone, I am Glees Brender and this is the continuation of the report of Teacher Solomon. How to identify bias in media. So first is language. Pay attention to emotionally charged or opinion-laden words. Does the language seem neutral or does it seek to provoke response? So we need to analyze the language. So kung like for example, if natay mga post nga makita, so we need to analyze unsa jud ang pasabot dili ta kanang tuo dayon unsa ang naka-state diya para dili na ta mga misunderstood kanang i-relay nga information. So next is the source. Look at who is quoted or cited in the article. Are there diverse perspectives represented or the story major? So the source is very important. Like for example, like na yung mga krimen nga nahitabo tapos i-post sa social media. So, gikapsyonan dito o sa Dumaguete nahitabo niya ang tinuoday nga panghitabo is dili sa Dumaguete. So, we need to search the source para nga dili na para nga ma-aware ang uban nga kay naman like for example karon is nagkadagan ang mga content creators. So, pagkawaton nila na video, i-post nila sila ng account, kapsyonan og lain. So, mas misunderstood sa mga tao nga dili dito nila nahitabo sa layo guys. So we need to check the source. Next is the headline. Headlines can be misleading or exaggerated to grab attention. Read behind the headlines to see if the content supports the claims made. So, in headlines, so dili lang po ta mo tuod kanang unsa rin na adya. So we need to read behind the headlines para masabtan pa nato kung unsa ang girili nga information anak nga event. So next is omission of information. Check if the story leaves out important details that might provide a fuller or balance of understanding. So we need to check if the story is naa ba siya kanang gabilin ba siya o maayo nga information, dili lang kanang kung unsa diya mao dayon ang atong kuhan. So next slide. So why media bias matters? Inform public discourse. So media bias shapes the conversation around important issues, influencing the opinions and decisions of citizens, especially when it comes to election and public policies. So some of the kanang pangitabo is kanang pagpadulong election is ang mga politician is kanang batsadahay dyan sila platforms, diba? So we need kinahanglan sila nga kanang ang media mabayas kay sa mga ipakita is katurang mga maayo nga nabuhat sa politician, but ang ubang nga katong dili maayo so wala nila ipakita. So next is anger means trust. When people perceive media outlets as biased, it can lead to a breakdown of trust in the media, making it harder to distinguish between facts and opinions. So, anger means trust is dili ta kanang magpasagad og tuo, like for example, kanang ang gasulti is sikat, so dapat tuod ta kay sikat ang gasulti. No, so we need to analyze if ang iyang gisulti is tinuod ba jud. So create echo chambers. So bias can encourage people to say not information that align with their existing beliefs, enforcement stereotypes, and increasing polarization in society. So some of the people is kanang dagan kaya ko na like example sa mga religion nga i-encourage nga mo join sa ilahan, di ba? Without kanang murag wala harassment lang kanang murag sila lang ipakita jud nga kanang kanang murag sakto ra sila permit balik nga. So we need to stand and analyze the situation. So bias in media refers to the subjective nature of news reporting that influences how events and issues are presented. Recognizing and understanding media bias is essential for developing a more informed and critical perspective in the news and information. So how to spot media bias? Was for emotionally charged language. Are the words used in the story neutral or do they carry emotional weight designed to provoke a certain response? So we need to